the starting price of this car could buy you a nice house in Liverpool, and then you want perhaps some upgraded alloys, full leather interior, the E-Tron Sport Sound, which I highly recommend, by the way, £500 option. And then that takes you to a price tag of £111,000. And what do you get with that?
What if I told you a car that once cost £110,000 could now be yours for under 60k, or even 40k if you're looking at a 22 plate? The Audi E-Tron GT, a tech-packed luxury EV, is not just affordable, it's jaw-dropping. Join me on an epic road trip from Birmingham to Cornwall, where we'll test its real-world performance, explore its high-tech features, and see why it's turning heads everywhere we go. Every road trip begins with a sense of excitement, and this one was no different. Leaving Birmingham, I could already feel the E-Tron GT's presence on the road. Quiet, smooth, and with that effortless power EVs are known for. I made a quick detour to London to pick up a friend, because what's a road trip without a good co-pilot? Plus, they brought a drone, which you will see more of later when we hit some truly breathtaking locations. Even on the motorway, the car was already drawing attention. A few double takes, and I thought, yep, this is going to be fun. First stop, a Tesla station late at night. Now, unlocking this car is an experience in itself. Those sweeping LED lights give you this cinematic welcome that never gets old. It's like the car is alive and saying, let's do this. The real highlight here though is how fast this thing charges. Thanks to its 800 volt battery system, it outperformed a Tesla Model S at its own station. Think about that. An Audi charging faster than a Tesla at a Tesla station. It is a small win, but it says a lot about how advanced this car really is. Charging isn't always smooth sailing though. We stopped at a couple of supermarket chargers along the way, hoping for a quick top up, but some were so slow it would have taken hours, and others just refused to recognize the car at all. Now they're free, which is great, but only if they actually work. We ended up at a McDonald's supercharger, and while it got the job done, it cost us £38.38 for a full charge. EVs save you money on fuel for sure, but charging costs can add up, especially on the go. I think this highlights a growing pain in the EV world. Charging infrastructure is improving, but it's still a bit hit or miss depending on where you are. Planning ahead makes all the difference. Midway through the trip, the car was looking a little dusty. Road trips will do that. So we pulled into a car wash to freshen it up, and honestly, it was worth every second. Watching the water cascade over those sharp lines and the suds sliding off the deep metallic paint is oddly satisfying, isn't it? I mean, just look at this thing. It sparkles like a fresh off the showroom floor. After the wash, I noticed something.
This
It
guy
wasn't just me who couldn't take my eyes off the car. On the motorway, a guy in the next lane gave me a massive thumbs up. You know that feeling when someone just gets it. It's like we shared a moment of mutual appreciation for how stunning this car is. Later, while parked, a family literally stopped in the tracks to check it out. You could hear them saying, "What is it?" The thing about the Audi E-Tron GT, it doesn't just exist in the background, it demands attention. Whether it's on the road, at a car wash, or parked somewhere scenic. And honestly, it's fun driving something that gets reaction like that. Like you're not just driving a car, you're driving a conversation starter. Someone even asked me if I was willing to swap with a Tesla Model S. Alright, let's talk about performance, because as much as the E-Tron GT is about luxury and tech, it's also about the thrills. Launch control in this car is next level. You hit the accelerator and it's like the world blurs for a second. The car just takes off, pinning you to your seat in the best way possible. It's so powerful, my camera couldn't even keep up. It literally fell over mid-shot. Honestly, I couldn't stop laughing. That's the thing about launch control. It's not just a feature, it's an experience. On the motorway, the E-Tron GT is smooth, quiet, and effortlessly fast. You'd almost forget you're driving something this powerful until you put your foot down, and it reminds you in the best way Whether it's overtaking with ease or cruising on air, this car feels like it was made for the open road. But that's the crazy part. This car isn't just about the brute force, it's about control. Every moment feels precise, from the steering to the brakes. Audi just didn't build an EV, they built an EV with a soul. Now let's dive into the tech, because this is where the e-tron GT really shines. Its laser matrix LEDs are not just bright, they are smart, adapting to the road and other drivers in real time. Inside, the ambient lighting transforms the cabin into a high-tech lounge, perfect for those late night drives. And the self-parking feature is like having your own valet. Whether it's a tight spot or just showing off at the dock, this car handles it all with ease. The tech in this car doesn't just feel futuristic, it feels useful. Audi has really nailed the balance between innovation and practicality. Finally, we arrived at our destination. First, the golf park, a serene green paradise that made the perfect backdrop for the e-tron GT. Its sleek lines and elegant stance looked right at home among the rolling fairways. Then we headed to Tintagel Castle and the iconic Cornwall Cliffs. Driving through these narrow, winding roads was a breeze thanks to the car's agility, and the coastal views were absolutely worth the trip. This wasn't just about getting there, it was about enjoying every mile of the journey. Places like this reminds you why driving is more than just getting from A to B. It's about the memories you create along the way. So what do you think? With its stunning design, cutting edge tech, and impressive performance, the Audi e-tron GT feels like the ultimate EV package, especially at its current price. But is it enough to tempt you away from a Tesla or another EV? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe and stick around for more adventures.